Was cotton sustainability driven by fashion design and communications. And so there's many drivers that are influencing the move to greater sustainability in cotton. And so I'm just going to highlight a couple of the things that we mentioned in the landscape is that that communication needs to be that two-way. So it's the kind of elephant in the room when it regards this is how does price impact this? It's also how does regulations impact this? So it's not just the fashion designers and other communications that are impacting this drive for sustainability. And so when you think about the price and how price impacts, you have to really figure out what do we have to do to break out of the price paradigm into a value paradigm, and how do we start conveying the value of cotton and everything that it brings to us. And one of the words that was used at our table was affection for cotton. And how do we put the language of cotton, the love of cotton, all the things that it brings in those value-added programs, the buy-up products that are there, how do we start conveying value that it brings to our rural communities? And so we have a number of recommendations, of course.
Thank you very much. So we have a great deliberation on this specific topics. We have about 7 to 8 actionable points that we have highlighted. Prior to that, in fact, all of the members of the delegates of this session, in fact, we were of the opinion that we should give a slogan since it is related to communication and, of course, in the modern age communications, that the young generation should not think that cotton is for my grandmother, and but for me it is fast fashion. So we should devise a communication skill or communication strategy in such a way that we can reach out the young generations, so that cotton is the sustainable by highlighting the key attributes of the cotton. And the actionable points that we have, in fact, unanimously put forward are developing an effective communication strategy which will be evidence-based and more transparent is the need of the hour. Without having a communication strategy, it may be difficult, in fact, to reach out and make it demand-driven. So that is one of the important point takeaway. Second point is consumer awareness and campaign and capacity building. That is one of the important need of the hour, and we should develop a systematic and sustainable approach so that we can have a consumer awareness campaigns. In this regard, there are many organizations, those who are part of the deliberation, were of the opinion that they are ready to contribute in the process, provided ICAC come out and support these initiatives. So once we have a systematic and sustained consumer awareness campaign, then we can able to promote sustainable cotton in a therapeutic way throughout the world. That is an important point. And one important thing is that awareness, universal communication strategy. As you know that in India, within the country we have many languages, and one part of the India may not able to understand the language of other parts. So therefore we have to develop or you have to universalize a strategy which will be user-friendly and which can be understood by almost all consumers or the stakeholders across the country or across the globe. That strategy need to be devised. And the next point is how cotton fit into fast fashion. That is another important thing. As you know that most of the consumers, young generations, are talking about fast fashions or are going for fast fashions. So we need to develop a strategy or actionable point where cotton can fit into fast fashion, or we develop a brand value of the cotton as a sustainable fashion, which could be very, very helpful to the to the cotton value chain. And another point come out is extended product responsibility that need to be explored. I think this is very, very important point that ICAC can also look into. And traceability, of course, once we develop a communication strategy and involve the fashion designers in the process for reducing or minimizing the waste in the production process, there is a necessity that we should develop a text traceability approach so that we can tell the consumers or reach out to the consumers with the help of that traceability mechanism so that they can believe. So it is another important thing that I think I must request ICAC to look into this. And from textiles point of view, we are always ready to take the lead in the country and implement all these aspects. Thank you very much.